everyone, and welcome to MDG Media's coverage of the DGPT Euro Tour 2026 Sieravuori Challenge. It's moving day, round 2, front 9, MPO lead card. Andrew Gum here in the booth alongside Jakub Semerád. How you doing, my man?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm happy to be back on this round 2 coverage.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. Moving day. We got a wonderful course, as we've mentioned. Look at that beautiful lake, finished forest, very well-groomed fairways, excellent layout. It's playing really, really fun so far. You know, like lots of different shot shapes. We got a few different players in the mix. 3 guys shooting double digits yesterday, including this guy who's out in front, Nestori Tuhkanen, 1026 rated Discraft sponsored player.
Also acing hole 4, which is a pretty nice highlight.
Absolutely. From Mikkeli. Who else we got?
We have Onni Ruusunen shooting 11 down, I believe. Pretty nice round 2.
Yeah, he's from Harjavalta, another young gun from Finland, tons of talented players. We have yourself representing Czech Republic, 1028 rated, and also representing Latitude 64, which is the title sponsor for this event. Big shout out to them.
And last one on the group, Joona Heinänen, Innova sponsored player. He absolutely bombs, and he definitely knows how to play disc golf.
Yeah, he's from Kerava, just a short drive north from Helsinki, the capital. And yeah, we've seen him lots on MDG coverage, and we've seen him a lot at this course. He always plays well here. He's one of the guys they sponsor, and he's just a super cool dude. Great to have him back on the card. You both shot really well yesterday, earned your spot on the lead card after being on the feature card. Really cool. Nice storylines developing here to have you in the booth.
And we are starting with this absolute beast of a hole, the hardest hole on the course, par 4, 286 meters downhill towards this beautiful lake, OB left and right. This is absolutely a bonus birdie.
Yeah, and just a great way to start off a round, you know.
MPO division, first on the tee, Nestori Tuhkanen.
Nestori was showing me his Discraft Terminator that he's about to throw right now. Really nice dome.
Terminator. That's a new release.
I believe so.
It's a cool name for a disc, for sure.
And that's a really nice drive.
Onni Ruusunen.
Yeah, excellent facilities here on site. Lots of cabins you can rent. All these, you know, like a really good restaurant. A really fun place to come spend some time, play some disc golf, enjoy the lake. Onni ripping a nice drive into the center of the fairway. That's all you need.
Exactly.
Jakub Semerád.
What are you throwing here?
I'm going again with my super overstable enforcer, just trying to put it in the middle of the fairway, and I'm not even trying to birdie this hole.
We had some excellent conditions for disc golf today.
Exactly, very nice temperature, sunny, a little bit of wind. You can't ask for much better conditions. And Joona is going this very aggressive line, starting on the left side and trying to flip it over and getting as much distance as he can.
Yeah, he's a crusher for sure. Giving it the height, full flight. It's going to test that right side, but stay safe and way down the fairway.
Yeah, it's
Like-
such a big drive.
That's 2 days in a row that he spun the catch cam like fully around. This one ends up further on the right, but that can work for sure. He's in good position.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just playing for a par, so trying to put my second shot in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, well executed.
Onni is going for it, but he's catching the headwind and unfortunately turning it over.
Yeah, you definitely see that when people get aggressive. It's downhill. There's quite more headwind than you can usually feel. Like the closer you get to the lake, the more the wind seems
For
to
sure.
pick up. I think Nestori burned that into the ground, not necessarily intentionally, but it's a good play regardless. It's put him in good position.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Joona is so far that he's actually able to go just AVR X3 just a putter and making it look so easy.
Oh my goodness. That is incredible. A putter down to the green on this hole. You rarely, if ever, see that. And to the bullseye. I mean, come on. What a sick start.
Pretty nice up and down for Nestori. I'm trying to do the same. I'm sailing it a little right of the basket, but it still should be a pretty routine putt.
Jump putt approach. Leaves Onni right there about 4 meters. 5 meters maybe. Solid putt there. You feeling any nerves on the hole one here?
I wasn't nervous, but I definitely was I wasn't as confident on this putt, and I left it a little low. But fortunately, it was just high enough to go over the rim and stayed in the basket.
Bogey there for Onni. Pars for you and Nestori, and Joona with this bullseye tap-in birdie on the hardest hole on the course, averaging 4.5. And he just puts it in the bullseye. Only 8 birdies on the day, so very well done there. Yeah, moving on hole 2, par 3, 113 meters. You gotta pierce this gap, fade to the left. Really, what you see is what you get on this one.
Exactly. We got some wind also today, so it wasn't as easy. But as long as you hit this gap with some stable fairway driver, you should always find circle and be able to have a putt for birdie.
Yeah, actually averaging over par today, 3.08. So it must have been some pretty tricky wind.
Joona makes the correction from yesterday's round when he hit the left side trees and putting it inside the bullseye.
Looked like it nearly kissed the koozie there on the left. Pretty much perfect. Lower line here from Nestori.
This grass is pretty thick, but he was still able to get some skips and he's inside the circle.
Oh, that looks great.
Little-
So clean.
A little higher than Nestori, and I got that little extra skip.
Beautiful. Right there to the bullseye. Onni flips this one up a bit much. Stay safe, but it's going to be a long putt. And with that OB behind there, can give it a run, but
Just a layup.
yeah, maybe smart. The OB kind of sneaks in behind there where used to be an elevated basket on this one with the OB behind. Now they've put it in normal height. Solid stroke there, getting the birdie.
Couple of tap-ins for birdies for me and Joona.
Super nice. Ideal start there from Joona. And for you as well, playing the first one for par, so you're
Exactly,
You're right
perfect
on.
start.
Yep.
Moving on to hole 3. This one is just a basic hyzer with a fairway driver. We got some tricky wins, but it still should be pretty routine for all of us. We are just basically trying to avoid hitting this middle tree. It doesn't matter if it's left or right. Both options should work.
Yeah, sandy green there, lakeside. Doesn't usually get a ton of skip unless it's like a really low shot with a sharp edge. Second easiest on the course, averaging 2.64 today. So nearly half of the field getting the birdie, 48%. Let's see how our lead car can play it. Joona gets a skip and slide up to the inside the circle. Should be a birdie. Nestori going a little wider.
Pulling it a little right, trying to find a skip, but unfortunately this sand doesn't give a lot of skips.
Yeah, they'll most often just kind of die, curl up a few meters from where they land.
I'm going just left of that birch tree, and
Ooh,
that's another bullseye for me.
perfect. That's just slightly sawed off.
And
Doesn't, yeah, indeed go OB.
That's a OB, unfortunately.
Not far from the basket, so should be a pretty routine par. Nice putt there. Just outside the circle, making it look pretty easy. Joona for the turkey start, and he's done it. I don't think there's a whole lot of people going 3 down through 3 on this course.
I would even bet a lot of money that he might be the only one.
Back-to-back tap ins for you. How's that feel? You missed these holes yesterday, so I guess that's quite an improvement, right?
Yeah, that feels pretty good to start with some birdies.
Yeah, a few Finns out there doing some work, trying to climb their way up the leaderboard here on moving day. Tough hole here, hole 4, par 3. Well, you know, you got all the water along the right side there. It can be a real tin cup type of hole. You know, if you try to go attack the green and don't get there, you have to essentially re-tee or just move up, you know, slightly. OB's been cinched in real tight behind the basket, which I don't necessarily love that, but it's already a really demanding hole. But that's the reality. Yeah, it's a tight one, tough one.
Yeah, very easy to take a big number if you never cross. This shot was a little right and a little low, and he crossed probably just 10 meters in front of the tee pad. Nestor aced this though yesterday, so he's trying to copy his line. He said he threw pretty much the same shot, but yesterday he got a little more lift from the wind and he put it right inside the basket, but today's shot was amazing also.
Yeah, I mean, if you got that forehand, that's the play, right?
And I was trying to throw this mid-range turnover line, didn't turn it enough, but fortunately hitting this tree and staying safe. Onni with a really nice looking forehand, but unfortunately getting a big skip and going OB long, but that's a good mistake to do on this hole because then you are still putting for a par.
So Joona throwing 3 after his forehand came up short, and now he clips those trees. Looks like he never really crossed in.
No, he's re-teeing from the same spot. So this is his 5th.
Oh. So he's going to have that for a triple bogey here after an incredibly hot start. What a twist of fate.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate.
It can happen so fast on this hole.
Yeah. Yeah, disc retrieving time. Good to have some help. Putt comes up just short. That's going to be a quad bogey, unfortunately.
Onni is able to save his par.
Yeah,
it's a pretty nice putt.
I feel like the field played this one pretty well today. 32% getting the birdie.
That's pretty impressive. 3rd
hardest hole, but yeah, people got it a little bit more figured out today. Maybe the wind was slightly more favorable. 3.34 average though. Still, you know, it's a tough one.
For sure.
Some big numbers too.
Hole 5, 120 meter, par 3. Most people are just gonna go backhand hyzer or backhand flex. There is this forehand hyzer line, but you have to have a huge forehand to be able to reach the basket. So I believe most people from, or all the people from this group are gonna go with the backhand, and we are all just gonna try to avoid this last group of trees. It doesn't matter if it's from left or right.
Yeah, another beautiful hole, using the landscape of the property very well. And requiring a fair bit of power, just like slightly uphill. Nestori taking that wide line, just not quite wide enough. Hits those guardian trees. A little bit of flex on this. Pretty overstable. Pretty much the same spot you were yesterday.
Exactly the same spot, I think.
A little bit low. Can he get some ground play? Not really. And he's kind of behind those trees, which makes it a little more difficult, but see if he can find a lane.
And Joona is trying to go left side of those last trees, so we will see if he can execute that shot.
He's got very good control of his drivers. That one's just a bit high and gets chopped down by some branches.
Might have been a lucky break, actually. He might have been OB left.
Oh, what a putt. It's going to be another day like this. We had a ton of highlights yesterday from y'all. And Joona getting one early here from way deep. That must have been nearly 20 meters. Nestori, not quite. And Onni, he does find a line through those trees.
What a putt.
Gets a sick highlight for it. Bangers here on hole 5.
I'm just outside of C1, so this is my bread and butter distance usually, but leaving it a little high.
Yeah, just a tad high. Got a little bit of a roll away too. You'll have a comebacker from what, about 6, 7?
5 or 6 meters,
Okay,
something
not
like
too
that.
bad. Okay, yeah, that's
Maybe not even that.
well done. Couple big putts there. Maybe it can be hard to follow up on those kind of highlights sometimes.
For sure.
So hole 6, par 3, 90 meters up the hill. Quite a few trees, a little bit of a couple overhanging branches here and there. Plays a little bit more. It was aced yesterday, and what happened today?
It was also ace today from Niilo Hyry, so shout out to Niilo. That's a nice ace.
That's a great ace to get. Yeah, there you see there's a couple late trees that you want to avoid. You don't often get a ton of ground play here with all the blueberry bushes. So you can kind of like catch where it lands, you know, most often.
Yeah, it plays more like 105 meters or something like that.
Yeah, fair bit uphill. There's that last tree that I was talking about.
I believe everyone is throwing mid-range on this group. Joona with amazing shot.
So good. And look at his scorecard. I mean, he's been playing like flawlessly except that one hole.
Yeah.
You know, 4 incredible birdies, and including a sick highlight on the last hole. But
Nestori with double kick and getting pretty lucky finding C1.
That was really lucky, yeah. See if he can capitalize. Should be able to. He's pretty close.
And I'm missing left again like yesterday, but also getting through, so that's also pretty lucky.
Pulled it a little bit. He knew it right out of his hand. That was just kind of stayed in his hand a little too long. Nestori makes good.
Taking an advantage of a good break.
Yeah, and 4 down through 6. 16 under total. Well out in front here. You really need this to keep pace. And you do.
Onni with a cleanup for par.
Yep. Easiest hole on the course. 2.59, so definitely one you want to get. Give it the ace run, why not? You know, you're pretty sure it's not going to go too far past without the skip. Yeah, a short walk past the cafeteria and the event center will get you over here to hole 7. Really nice open par 4, 226 meters. Like a driving range type shot on the off the tee. They even got the mark, 150 mark there with the blue sign. So one you can really let rip. I mean, there is OB, but it's a fairly generous fairway. Of course it's possible to, you know, end up OB. We have seen some shots do that. And then lovely green. Look at this. You know, birch trees.
Yeah, definitely one of the most beautiful holes on the property. Also on an easier side. Joona is going for a max distance drive again. That looks amazing.
Yeah, and
Just
clears.
Just past of a 150 meter sign. So that's a really nice drive.
That's putting it out there. From there, he's just got a short approach to the basket. This is on the inside. I think Nestori thought it was going to go OB.
Yeah, he gave up on it. He was sure that it's going OB, but he was surprised when he saw a green flag. Mine is sailing left too, but also stay safe. Onni with a much safer line, just a hyzer with a little bit of flip and ending up in the middle of a fairway.
Yeah, not trying too much. He'll be first up.
Yeah, that's all you need on this hole. Now we have, I believe, just under 100 meters left to the green.
And he puts it right there inside the bullseye. Perfect approach. Got your dyed harp here. Really nicely done as well. Skips and checks up for another bullseye hit.
Yep.
Pretty dialed on those approaches today.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that almost hit the pin. And it stays pretty close.
Joona is so far that he can just throw a standstill approach.
It's crazy. Look at that. Trying to give it a ring up for the eagle. Not too bad. He'll be the furthest out. Excellent approaches from everybody there. See if we can get the star frame. First test here. Never a doubt. Right in the heart.
Nestori opting to putt from a knee.
Yep.
That's a nice putt.
Yeah, I think he just had a couple of those spruce branches on his shoulder if he were standing.
Couple of tap-ins for birdies.
Excellent star frame there. Very well done. 3.8 average, so definitely one you want to get, but when the whole card gets it, that's a good feeling. Moving on, hole 8. What do we see here?
We have a typical finish hole, just a tunnel shot, 100 meters. You don't want to move it left or right. You just want to throw a laser beam on this hole, and you don't want to go too long or too short. Bunch of blueberry bushes everywhere.
Beautiful, beautiful scenery here. Just pipe the gap.
Elevated basket too.
Yeah. Joona with 6 birdies already, trying to make it another, but hits the high branch. The shot was a little too high. And it drifts over into some really rough stuff over there. It's pretty hard to convert anything. I mean, he got enough distance that it should be pretty easy to pitch up towards the basket, but you never know. Some of those branches are thick. That was a little bit earlier. Tree hit, kind of ping-ponged around, but I think he ended up back in the middle of the fairway. This is just laced. Oh, running it for the ace and getting it to check up pretty well. Might have some obstructions on the green there, but I really like what you did.
Yeah, stayed just inside the circle. I'm pretty happy with the shot. Onni with a really nice looking shot, but leaving it just short. If it would have been half a meter further, he would have gotten the skip right under the basket.
Really casual forehand approach there from Nestori. Here we see what Joona's dealing with. He does very well.
That's nicely done from there.
That's a crafty little out. Yeah, Onni was just short from getting the skip up and just short from getting the birdie. Nice putt.
It was a little low, but it was just enough to go over the rim.
Yeah. Cool camera angle there too. He had like just a nice little window, straddled out, got the job done. And now you're starting to have a little bit of momentum here. I feel like you got a few birdies in a row, you know, trying to finish strong here on the back and on the front nine.
Yeah, I was feeling really good at this moment. We are moving on to hole 9, par 476 meters. This hole is just about a tee shot. If you can put it on a good spot, it's a very routine birdie. You want to land here, you can either do it with the backhand or you can go a big forehand, and then you just have this pretty easy approach to this wide open green. Only one obstacle. Very nice hole.
Yeah, it's a beauty. You got those 3 kind of skinny birch trees that are right there that you got to beat. You know, you don't want to kick off them. You go wide right from them and get the fade back to the sweet spot there. Yeah. That's perfect.
That's all you need on this hole. Joona is going more straighter line with a little bit of turn, hitting those birch trees, but that's still good enough to have a chance for birdie.
Yeah, they put him down nice and soft in the fairway. The worst case is when they kick him right. Can potentially kick him left too. Oh, and that gets super lucky. Greasy through on the right side. I don't think he wanted it to be that tight on the inside line, but he got away with it.
Yeah.
And he's actually in an excellent position. If you can turn the corner like that, I mean...
Yeah, that's perfect if you can go that far.
It's pretty risky. That's...
Onni with a similar situation, just finishing very close to an OB, but safe.
Yeah, he's got a great power forehand. Another guy with a great power forehand who rang this hole up for the eagle was Niilo Hongisto.
Oh yeah, forehand guy. He's
got it.
He's the master of forehand.
So he put it in from about 55 meters.
Yeah, that must have been very nice tee shot.
Yeah, sweet eagle. Nicely done, Niilo. As we talk over a few of these approaches, but they're pretty stock shots, I guess, for most of these guys that got good forehands.
Yeah,
right?
if you don't get a birdie from this spot, you are gonna be very disappointed.
For sure. They tightened up that OB, but it's still a pretty standard up and down. That one hits the pole. So Joona's the furthest out, and he's only about 4.5 meters, so it's sure looking like another star frame here to finish off the front nine. Nestori sitting at 6 down for the round, 18 for the event. You have matched his round score, so just 2 strokes behind like you came in from the front nine, from the first round. Excellent shooting, really, from the card. You know, very, very well played. How are you feeling at this point?
I'm feeling very, very good at this moment. I'm looking forward to birdie some more holes on back 9.
Sounds good. 27 holes in, halfway through the event without a bogey. Up there, fighting for the top spot. Super great to have you in the booth. Super great to have you all along following the coverage. Thank you for everything you do to support the project. And we look forward to seeing you on the back 9.
See you guys.